Welcome back to CFL SMS Solutions. Today's demonstration is going to take you through how to create a customer survey form using a surveys tool within the advanced features of the platform. If you remember, you can upgrade to this mobile pages, ticketing and surveys by calling your account manager, and it's a straightforward upgrade from your standard account. So customer satisfaction is great for businesses that want to get feedback on whether it's a product, whether it's on delivery, whether it's on overall service if they're a service-led company, and traditionally takes the form of a 1 to 10 scale against a range of questions of which you would either strongly agree, disagree, or somewhere in the middle, and then some additional comments to give some feedback of a more general nature. Now, what you can do within the platform is you can create all that, but all within a mobile page kind of format. So when it arrives on your customer's mobile phone, it's presented in more of a WYSIWYG format. So I'm going to generate our first survey using the survey tool. So first of all, create new survey. As before, when you were creating a data capture form, you will give your survey a title relative to what it is you're looking to achieve. You can also set a survey start date and a survey end date. So you might be looking to obtain some information over a specific period of time, which could be, for argument's sake, a Christmas period or a special offer period, and it gives you excellent feedback on how that campaign has run. So we're giving this a name, save survey settings. Okay, so straight away we're into the same interface as if you're creating a data capture form, but we're going to use some slightly different tools today. So I'm going to click on Start. Start page is our first page, which gives an introduction of what the survey is about, and a button that actually digs in and starts to Okay, so we're going to start designing our survey. So the first page is our welcome page. So we want to give it at least an initial title. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I want to add an image onto my server, just so when it arrives on the customer's handset, it pops a little bit more, it's a little bit more graphical and engaging. So click on Add Item to Page, click on Image, just give it a title. So I've created a placeholder for the image. I will then click on the Edit button, select Image. So bearing in mind, as in previous demos, you will have created any graphics and bits and pieces you wanted to add onto the form in advance and uploaded it onto your file manager, and then it's just a case of clicking and inserting the relevant file that you want to show on there. So I'm going to save item, and it's added it straight in there. You can add a welcome message, or if you don't need it, you can just remove. So delete item. Okay, I'm just going to quickly preview that. Fantastic. So this is what it will look like once it arrives on to your handset, customer's handsets, and then people can click on Start Survey. So I'm quite happy with that. So I'm going to add a page, and this is where I'm going to start actually adding additional information and additional items onto the page. So I'm not going to do hundreds and hundreds of these, I'm just going to do a couple to give you an idea of what you can create. Add item to page. I'm going to choose radio buttons, and I'm going to call this product. And I want that to add at the top of the page. I can reorder these as I sort of add items to the survey. I can order these in whatever sort of format that I want. Okay, so it's put a couple of radio buttons in there as a starting point. I will then click on Edit. And the question, this is a question the user will answer. This is what the user will see when answering it. So I'm going to use product description. I then need to change my options so people can choose what they want to describe the product. So in this case, I'm going to put above So even though I've only got two, I can actually add additional values and then just edit them accordingly. So that would be my value 3. Okay, so I've just put 3 in there for the time being, just to give an indication. Click on Save Item. And as you can see, it's created what are known as radio buttons. So you can have as many of these choices as you want, but the user can only click on one at a time. So they can't do multiple clicks. They can just choose the one that best describes the answer to the question that they're looking for. Okay, so I'm going to add another item now. And again, we do have a load of choices, so I might want to add a text area and get some additional feedback on that question. So I'm calling this feedback on product. And I'm going to list the order of the item after product. Add item to page. And it gives me a text area which I need to edit. Okay, so again, we've asked a question, the user can choose the best option, and then they can give some feedback on the answer if they so wish. You can also choose whether or not this field here is a field that has to be completed in order for them to go on to the next page or to move on with the survey. So, quite happy with that. Just add another item to the page. And I'm going to choose a checkbox. I'm just going to call this Further Products. As you can tell, the survey I'm creating is very kind of short but sweet, but it's to give you an idea of the functionality that can be built in. And this one I'm going to put after feedback, add item to page, and then we just need to edit this the same we've edited it before. In fact, I'm going to ask a question. What other products do you buy? So I'm going to put a few choices in there. Just to give an indication of how you use this. Okay, so I've added 4 options in there. I'm quite happy with that. Just going to save the item, and they appear down here. So what these checkboxes do, and we'll look on the preview. Whereas with the choices here are just radio buttons, I can only choose one. With the additional products one, they can actually tick more than one option. So this is a great way for people to actually indicate what other products they buy. Quite happy with the preview. Okay, I'm quite happy with the survey as it stands at the moment. Obviously, you can add additional text boxes if you want to capture more sort of information, and you can pan this out to cover off as many scenarios as you're looking to check against in terms of your customer services. So you might want to ask questions about how has the representative that dealt with you, how was the follow-up, customer service calls if there's one included. However you want that to look, you can design that out. But I think by way of an example, this is kind of good enough for the time being. So I'm going to look at the finish page now and the title. Delete an item there. Let's just have a look and preview the page. Always keep checking and previewing your page, making sure you're happy with it, and making sure that you know the context is correct and any graphics are correct that you needed to add on there. Okay, well I'm quite happy with that by way of an initial survey. So I'm going to click Save and Back to Surveys. As you can see, it's saved within my customer survey form, general customer survey. I haven't started, I'll give it a start date as yet. I'm just going to use this by way of an example. I'm going to create a link to this using our inboxes, and I will add that detail below in the comments of the video, so you can, if you want to see what it looks like in a live situation, you're going to be able to text into that, so that'll be following on from this video. So thank you again for joining me. It's in using the Create Survey tool today. If you have any comments, you want to drop us a line, or even if you want to open an account with ourselves, all the contact details are within our channel, so please get in touch.